Hello, my name is Duncan and welcome to Back Away from Donkey and Bath Books. I just thought I'd record a tag video just because, well, I can. So this one I actually saw on, not being tagged by anybody because I don't get tagged by people. This was actually on read by Fred. So I'm just looking down at the notes here. Who did this tag, and I thought it was quite interesting because I've got my year anniversary on Booktube coming up 24th, and I've got a few little videos I'm planning around then. But this tag I thought was actually quite an interesting one, sort of applicable to that, and it is the Behind the Booktube tag. So I'm going into this with, I've not written any notes for the answers, so it'll be really off the cuff, but I thought might be a nice one for just to put a tag for a Tag Tuesday out. So we will start with Behind the Book tag. Apparently it was originally created by Shelley Swearigan, who's that's according to Fred. But I'll tag both Fred and her into the bottom, and I will get on with it. And so the first question is, what surprised you most about Booktube, in a good way and in a bad way? Was I surprised by Booktube? Because I've been watching it for quite a while. I think what surprised me as a person started creating video is just the amount of interaction between certain groups within the sort of Booktube arena. There's sort of little cliquey things, but nothing too drastic. But yeah, I think the amount of interaction and the amount of support from people, I think that's quite surprised me. In a bad way, there's bits of it that can be a little cliquey, but it's not particularly bad compared to, it's not like a school playground or anything, but generally the experience is very positive. So now, question 2. How do I balance reading and Booktube with the rest of my life? I don't know. I try to. If you didn't know, I'm the full-time carer for my wife who's ill and has a disability, so that's obviously preference. I've got my dogs, and I just sort of, my reading always gets moved around. I do a lot of reading late at night because that's when the house is quiet and everywhere's quiet, and normally everybody's settled down. The Booktube stuff, I sort of, anything I'm going to write down, I sort of do as I'm going along, and I just try and jam the stuff in. Occasionally I have the odd, if you notice, a few weeks off and stuff. But yeah, I just sort of fit in. I've got other hobbies that I do as well, so I like to draw and watch films and lots of other stuff. So I just try to balance it as much as I can, but things happen. Just do what you can. And so we go to question 3. Have I ever thought of starting a Patreon? No. I have a thing. As a Booktube and YouTube watcher, nothing bugs me and annoys me more than when you watch a channel and you really enjoy this channel, and then they suddenly start a Patreon and they put all this stuff behind a paywall that they used to do normally, and that just bugs me. And if they keep going on about their Patreon, that bugs me as well. Lots of little things bug me. So no, I've never thought of doing a Patreon, and I've always said that no matter what, my stuff's always going to be like the NHS, free at the point of delivery. But yeah, no. So I've never thought of starting a Patreon. No plans to start a Patreon. That's it, really. And if I did ever start a Patreon, none of my content would ever be behind. You'd never have to join to do it. And that's what I would say. So that was question 3. Question 4. Have you made any mistakes on Booktube? Yes, probably loads, but I can't remember what they are. Question 5. Do you have any advice for new Booktubers? My advice is just do it. Your first videos aren't going to be particularly brilliant, no matter what they're not. I think Steve Donahue put a really good thing about, I saw one of his videos, and that actually encouraged me. He just said, most of us have got a really powerful camera. I'm using my iPhone here, that we can just sit in the corner and just talk about what you love. Just talk about your books. When you start off, if you're not good at speaking in public, you may just stumble a bit, but people support you. Just sit down and just make a video. That's what I say. What are my thoughts on the Booktube algorithm? I don't really have thoughts on it. If people stumble across my videos, they do. It's an algorithm. I know nothing about it. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. And then question 7 is videos, and it's in 2 parts. And it's how do you decide what videos to make? Sometimes it's off the cuff ones. I did an off cuff one the other day that seems to have got more views than a lot of my other videos, weirdly. And sometimes it's stuff I planned, like I've got a video coming out to the back of the week on the Quiet Sun Wilson Tucker book, which I thought I'd, and that was planned. It's probably a bit more editing than normal, and I try to plan ahead. So sometimes I fail. Like I'm meant to be doing this Philip K. Dick project this year, and it's sort of, as much as I started it, it needs to fail by the way. So I'm going to be redoing that next year. So I have plans. Sometimes they fail, sometimes they work, and other times I just randomly make a video about something I'm reading. I don't really plan my reading, so it can be a bit random that way. So B, are you overwhelmed with video ideas? I normally got quite a few. I normally write them down in various places, but yeah, not really overwhelmed with them. Have I ever regretted posting a video? No, not yet. I've not said or done anything ridiculously stupid yet, as far as I know. And so I've never regretted posting one. So next is question 9, which is subscribers and views. Are the number of views, subscribers meaningful to you? They're not particularly meaningful, but it's nice to know people are watching. Primarily, I do this for myself, and it's nice to talk to other people who have similar interests, and also nice to have people pull me out my comfort zone a bit. And yes, it's very nice when you get a video that gets lots of views. I don't particularly monitor them a hell of a lot. I just keep an eye out. I know that if I looked at all the views, probably my favourite videos probably got less views, the ones I've done. But that's why I don't follow it, because I don't. The algorithm question earlier, the reason I don't follow the algorithm is I don't want how many views I get to dictate the sort of videos I make, because I just want to make things that I want to make, and then hopefully people will stumble across them and enjoy them. Subscribers, as I said, it's nice to have subscribers, but it's not my be-all and end-all, but it's just nice to have people, people are watching, and it's nice that people want to come back and rewatch some of my stuff, and I'm not boring people to death. Next question. Are the number of views, subscribers a measurement of success? Simple answer is no. Success is, do you enjoy it? And that's it, to me. Are you disappointed with the growth of your channel? No, not really. I'm not expecting millions and millions of views. I'm not doing it for a living or anything. So, no, yes. If you more people watch it, it's very nice, but because I get more comments. But no, I'm not disappointed. Have I ever thought about quitting Booktube? Not yet. There'll probably come a point when I will do. But at the moment, I'm just bumbling along and stopping and starting. Comments. What's the most touching comments? Touching. When people say that they like what you made, or that they've gone to look at a book or read a book because of what you said, that's very nice. And what's the most negative comments? I've not really had any negative comments yet. I'm bound to at some point, but at the moment, no, I haven't had any. In regards to Booktube, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I have no idea. Will I still be doing this? Don't know. If I am, will I have the same number of people watching? Don't know. So, as Booktube goes, I have no idea. So yeah, that's the end of the tag. I'm not going to tag anybody because people do it and not do it. And I'd like to thank Read by Fred for actually doing his video, because it inspired me to do his, and the original creator of this tag. So yeah, so that's that one done, and I will speak to you all very soon. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I said, keep an eye out. I've got a few other bits, because it's my sort of year Booktube anniversary. I'm doing a few other bits that I'm going to find quite interesting, and hopefully you will as well. And I will speak to you all very soon.